Service Autopilot's down, just a mess. So the stress level it's slowly rising. See this phone? It rings every 2 minutes. No, he's never had gutter cleaning with us before. I have no clue what he's talking about. Before I started this job as a general manager for a lawn care company, this beard was black.
You said that the air filter came off?
Right.
Like in the screw snap for it?
Right. In case you didn't know, raking sucks. Anyway, let's look at the board. Service Autopilot's down.
Just a mess, huh?
Just a mess. So we had a real hard time getting things dispatched for today, and but it seems like the guys now have their routes dispatched, and they're heading out to jobs if they're not there already. But there is a slight chance of rain today. The chance was greater. It looked like it was going to rain for the majority of the afternoon, but it looks like the rain is now going down to about 50% between 11 and 2 p.m. So we're going to try to have the guys do as much work as possible today. It's ironic because we're currently in a drought here in Rhode Island, and we haven't had much rain, if any at all, in the last month or two, maybe more than that. And then it seems like the second week of fall cleanups, it's been raining like every other day. So we're set back about 3 days right now, plus the Thanksgiving holiday this weekend. So we're a bit backed up. So the stress level it's slowly rising, but we're managing, and right now we're in good shape. So I'm hoping to get as much work done today as possible, and I'll be watching the weather very carefully.
39 Antelope down the road. I don't have a note for the gutter.
What did he say? Yep, got him. This guy has never had gutter cleaning, or if he did, no, he's never had gutter cleaning with us before. I have no clue what he's talking about.
He said he signed up for it for this fall cleanup.
He has never signed up for gutter cleaning. I can rest assured on that. He has never signed up for gutter cleaning, nor has he asked for it.
And I won't clean those gutters.
Well, you can let him know. We can send him a quote, and he can accept it, and then we can certainly do it.
Alright, I'll knock on the door.
Okay, I'll send him a quote now. Here we have a client saying that we were going to do gutter cleaning today, and I'm looking at his past estimates, and he's never once requested gutter cleaning, nor was it ever mentioned to me. So clearly some confusion on the client's part, but Randy does have an extension ladder, and I'll simply just send this client an estimate for fall gutter cleaning. Hopefully he can accept or give verbal confirmation, and we can likely get that done today. So a quick solution to a small problem.
Does this type of thing happen frequently, or?
Oftentimes people get confused, and they think they sign up for services that they don't have, or maybe there are certain expectations that they have. In this case, it's obvious that this client has never asked for gutter cleaning. But we're very transparent with clients. We always set the expectation on the estimate, the proposals that we send, which details very clearly the work that's going to be done. Okay, let me call this client. Hey Mark, good morning. It's Steve at RI Lawns calling. And Randy, the foreman, mentioned that he's at your property for the cleanup, and he had said that you mentioned gutter cleaning. But I'm looking back in your account. We've never sent a quote for that. I sent over a quote to email. You can either accept that through the email, or you can verbally confirm with Randy, and we can add that to his schedule for today, and the crew can take care of the gutter cleaning while we're there today doing the cleanup. And again, it's Steve at RI Lawns. Thanks so much. Shazam! Just sent a quote, so hopefully he accepts it and gets my message, and we can get that on for him for today. See this phone? It rings every 2 minutes, or dings. It's just insane. It's crazy. Before I started this job as a general manager for a lawn care company, this beard was black. This machine here, super versatile. Obviously, you can maneuver it in ways that you have to. It gets in places that maybe the larger leaf vacuums can't reach. But this machine is super convenient. The only issue now is it's quite old, and at one point, this back piece here, where the fan is, was rotted out. So we had a welder come in, and he welded all these pieces of metal here, and it looks fantastic. So we had to put on a new exhaust, which looks good, and the first one we put on, I think may have broke it, but Aiden re-welded this on, and it looks great. It's been one problem after another, at least the last week or so. So it's giving us some issues, but I think with Aiden here today, we can probably get it up and running again. So we were just talking about the tow vacuum. Do you have any insight on that?
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Tell me about it.
I was terrified. Said that the air filter came off.
Right.
Like in the screw snap for it.
Right.
I thought that it was just like all of these. I thought that they all snapped off, but it was just these
Yep.
two in the front.
That's it.
So
Yep.
it's perfect.
Yeah. It's
This-
easy fix, right?
Yeah. Not as terrifying as those screws coming off and sucking everything into the engine and
I'd ask for a picture. We probably should have done that last night, but
probably.
probably would have eased your stress level and your
I
fears.
assume they didn't have one because they didn't send one to you. So
Yeah. They should just send a picture. I think that's probably the most convenient thing. And then Kevin was driving this. And,
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, I don't think Kevin has the most experience with the tow behind.
I wouldn't even bother backing this up at all
No, it should be unattached from the truck and
because you can
maneuvered
push this
by
thing
hand.
around. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's super light. You can bring this thing around like
Oh.
that. Well, if you don't want to spill that. But this, anything we can do about this, Aiden? Bend this back.
Yeah, I could try.
Yeah. Obviously, just
Hit it with a hammer.
with the hammer, exactly. Bang this out. I don't know if Drake is any good at welding these little pieces, but
I could probably
you could
tack
probably
it
do
on
that.
there. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, let's just get one more year out of her, and if so, we'd be happy. She's more than paid for her
Yeah.
time with us.
It's for sale.
It is for sale, exactly.
Just
See,
now. We've just
Just
decided.
now. We just decided now. So shop organization and equipment maintenance, super important for running a smooth, for running an efficient landscape company. So Justin Woodford, the owner and my partner of the company, decided that we would create a system here where we have working equipment on one side and broken equipment on the other. Unfortunately, at the moment, you can see that this lane has more broken equipment than what we have working, but a lot of the working equipment is out with the crew or in a trailer, so don't be dismayed by what you see here. But this system is very simple. So the guys have an issue with the machine, they bring it back. For example, this blower, there are tags here. They simply write down the issue, the date, their name. They tag the machine so Aiden knows exactly what's wrong with it. He fixes it. It goes back into an orange container that we have in the pit area, and that's where we can access available equipment for the guys. So anything that's operating and working can go here, or it may go, if it's a spare piece like this blower, will end up in the orange container, which is locked. Obviously, we don't want guys just going in the container and grabbing things at will. So anything that gets fixed will either move over here to working equipment or go in the orange container in the pit, which we'll look at today or maybe another day. But that's where we can find spare equipment for the guys. So a system that we just developed, super easy, and it just helps keep things organized and efficient and everybody on the same page. I think every landscape owner knows kind of problems they encounter day to day. I have to admit, this fall cleanup, the startup to this fall cleanup season hasn't been easy. We had everything, all of our ducks in a row prior to cleanups. We had our boxes installed, we had our machines maintained, ready to be used, hooked up correctly. We had our leaf boxes with fresh tarps on them. We had, everything was set to go, is my point. And then the first couple of days we ran into some equipment issues, things that we couldn't foresee, and we quickly fixed them, but they were a setback nonetheless. And then the rain issue. So we've had no rain here in Rhode Island for months. We're at a drought, and the last week or so it's rained every other day, and that makes fall cleanups very difficult. So we're a bit behind on schedule, and people haven't been hounding me as much as they could be yet. But the holiday's coming. There are quite a few people who are expecting us before Thursday. So I'm hoping if the rain holds out today, we can get as much work done as we can. And then of course we'll have all day tomorrow, and then I'll just have to let people know that we're a bit behind from the rain. In most cases, people are understanding of that. They know that we can't blow wet leaves, and we certainly can't suck them up in the vacuum, because what happens is when you're sucking up wet leaves, they clog up, the machine bogs down, and we end up wasting time essentially. So it's in our best interest and the client's best interest, because we bill hourly for these kinds of jobs, that we wait until the leaves are in a dry state where we can blow them and suck them up with the machine. So one thing we really tried to improve upon this year was making things easy and efficient for the guys, for the team. So we created a few systems, like our equipment maintenance system and our employee resource board. So we have a pit area here where we keep our trucks and trailers and firewood in a couple of containers. And Justin, I'll give him credit, because he had this vision for an employee resource center, which would have things like a clocking tablet. It would have previous week's numbers. It would have some employee of the month information, some boxes where the guys can drop receipts and timesheets, so on and so forth. So the board that he came up with and our contractor David built is really impressive. Let's check it out. In case you didn't know, raking sucks. Anyway, let's look at the board. So over here we have some stuff for the guys. We reiterate our company values, which are dependability, respect, honesty, positivity, ambition, being professional, and being resourceful. And we try to remind the guys of these 7 values, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 values. And we mention them often, and we keep them here so the guys can keep that in mind. So very important stuff to us. Employee of the month last month was Chris. I think Chris has gotten 30 Google review mentions in the last 6 weeks, so he certainly earned that. And we bonus guys for every Google mention that they get. We give a $50 bonus with the company gift card, and it just incentivizes them to go above and beyond. Here we have, and you'll see Crew Resource Center. We have the previous week's numbers, and based off these numbers, they get a bonus. So foremen can receive a total of $400 extra per month if they have no complaints and if they beat their budget hours. So we have budget hours in one column, their pay hours in another. So let's look at Orange Crew. Well, we can't because he wasn't here last week, but let's look at Maroon Crew, a good example. So Maroon Crew is a 3-man maintenance crew. Right now they're doing cleanups. But last week they had 97 budget hours on their schedule, and they completed their work within 88. So they're eligible for bonus for that. But Maroon Crew moves so fast that they're getting the most complaints. So they're getting bonuses deducted. So right now, out of 400, they're only at $100. So even though they're killing it with speed, they need to slow down a little bit because they're making mistakes and clients are calling, they're having to go back and fix jobs. So even though they're killing the budget hours, they're not doing well on complaint bonus. Every Monday we have a company meeting. We talk about this stuff with the guys so that they know where they stand with these things. Something very important, make yourself invaluable and we will bend over backwards for you. I tell new applicants all the time, if you make yourself invaluable to this company, we'll just continue to pay you more money. There's no secret sauce or special formula to that. If somebody's worth the money, then we're willing to pay them to keep them around. And we have a key drop box where at the end of every day, the guys take their truck keys, they take a picture, they send that to our admin, they drop them in this box. So every day they can come here, set the combination, and retrieve their keys. So in the event that one foreman may call out sick, the next guy can come right to the box, he can retrieve the keys for the truck, and they can go about their day. And then we have a tablet. So this clock-in tablet is something new that we just started here, and the guys have pin codes to clock in. It's like a wall clock. So they would enter their pin, but this is how they would clock in, and then they would clock in on the wall clock. When they come back at the end of their day, they enter their pin, hit submit, they clock out, and then they clock out with this. The battery is at 82%. We do have a solar panel here, which charges the tablet, and it seems to be working for the moment. So we'll see how this goes with the cold weather, and if we have to move it indoors, we will, but I'll check in with the guys and see how that's working for them. Here, reminders for storage. So dry storage is where we keep the broken and working equipment. We do have a white container back here, which is for lawn care. We can take a peek at that. So we've also got 2 storage containers. The white one is for fertilizing. Chris, our Fert Tech, that's essentially his domain. That's where he can manage his fertilizer, fert equipment, and what have you. And then the orange container is what we keep locked, and we keep spare equipment there so that the guys just can't go in and take things when they want. So we have a system back here as well. So to prevent guys from asking for things like trimmer string or 2-cycle oil or earplugs, we keep that stuff right in here so that way they don't have to go and ask Aiden. They don't have to come bother me. But we've got some trimmer string here. We've got earplugs for the guys. There was a whole bunch of 2-cycle oil, but I think the guys with fall cleanups have been using that at a faster rate than what they would normally. So there were several packs of 2.5 ounce containers here yesterday. It looks like they took them. So we'll probably have to refill that at some point today. But this Employee Resource Center is super helpful, super important. Makes things so much more easy to understand for the guys and just a valuable resource to have.